Nation. Welcome to another edition of the Ken's Pats Talk Patriots podcast. Hey, man, we did it. We got a win today. We was on a three-game losing streak. Finally got a win. We haven't won a game since we lost to the New York Jets a few weeks ago on Sunday. So it was a good way to get a win against a Bills team that I think is a really good Buffalo Bills team. I actually thought we was going to lose this game. If you watch my prediction show on Friday, I said that, hey, Buffalo beat us. I didn't think we had a talent. I was, and of course, I was going off of how we had looked the previous few weeks, going up against Dallas, that disaster of a game. Then coming home playing against the Saints. The fact that we were 0-3 at home, and then we lost last week to the Raiders. The way we lost that game, there's no way we could be able to. I figured the game would be close. I didn't think it'd be a blowout. I think my final score was 24-13 or 24-16, but I did not think we'd win this game. So as you know, just from watching the game or whatnot, it's just like we got up to a 3-0 lead first time, and I think the difference was we got the lead. We got the ball first, went up 3-0. I'll say so. You're like, okay, there's some confidence there. You hadn't done it this year since the Jets game. Then you go down there on the next drive and you score. You go up 10-0. Ezekiel Elliott runs in for a touchdown. Then okay, the crowd's warm. We're playing good. Everything's flying. No penalties, no turnovers yet, and we up 10-0. So we up 10-0. Buffalo's trailing. I think to tell us the game, Josh Allen threw an interception on his first play. On their first drive, their first play, after we went up 3-0, Josh Allen Buffalo throws the interception. So I think a lot of things went right for us to win this game, of course, but I think we played our tails off. Probably the best game we played this season. Between this one and the Jets game, we actually only scored once against the Jets, but against the Buffalo Bills, we scored twice today. So that's big, man. That was big. Ezekiel touchdown. Well, we scored three times. Zeke touchdown. Matt Jones threw two touchdowns. One to Kendrick Bourne. I think Pop Dulles had a pretty good game. Mike Gesicki with the game clinching touchdown. I'm gonna get to Matt Jones. He's playing a little bit, but I'm still celebrating the win. I know a lot of fans didn't want us to win, want to embrace the tank. I'm kind of in the middle about that. I want from a pride standpoint, I want to see us win some games, but you can't just go out there and tank. I think it was a big win because we had not beat Buffalo and since the win game, the win starring game on Monday Night Football a couple years back. We had not beat the Buffalo Bills. And even that game, Matt Jones didn't play. Well, I ain't gonna say he didn't play, but he only threw the ball three times. So if you look at the meeting since that win starting game later on that year, Buffalo came to New England and whatnot. They beat us. Then they beat us by two scores. Then you had the blowout in the playoff game where Stephon Diggs and Allen went crazy, and we was playing with some backup corner. It was a terrible game. Game was never even close. Then the following season, which was last year, when we had Patriots as a defensive coordinator and everything went wrong last year, Buffalo beat us and came to New England Thursday Night Football, beat us by a couple of scores, and they beat us. They blew us out in the game on week 17, but they beat us. There was a Naheem Hines game when he returned two kicks for touchdowns. We have not beaten them. We have lost four straight times to the Buffalo Bills since that win start game. So I think from our confidence booster against the Bills, it's a big win. It's a real good win. Like I said, hadn't beat them in a couple of years. It's been a while. And Buffalo they've really like ran with that on their back, man. They've really been playing some good ball against us. They pretty much owned us. Whether it's in Buffalo or at home, they've owned the Patriots, and it's true. So it was a good win. It was a good win today, man. I still can't believe it. I think it's like a relief. Now you got to go to Miami next week, and I'm gonna get to that later on about middle of the week. But today it's Patriots Day. It's a day to relieve the win that what just happened. Celebrate this win. We can call it the 24-hour rule. We're gonna talk about it tonight. Then I'm gonna go live tomorrow night. We're gonna talk about it. Then we're gonna get into Miami on about the middle of the week next week. But boy, good win. As far as standings, it looked like the Giants won today. I think last time I checked, Denver was winning, and the Bears won today. So it doesn't really affect much as in seeding because now had we won, those other teams lost. Then okay, yeah, but it doesn't really affect much as in seeding because right now we got two wins and those other teams still got two wins. So a top five, top 10 pick is still in play, and it's early. It's just one game against a good Buffalo Bills team, a game that we had to win. And I think you've seen from the Buffalo Bills, they didn't play particularly well, and it took Buffalo playing bad for us to win that game. I think Buffalo played a C plus game today. I think if they play a B minus game, I think they win the game. They're that much talented. For once, Stephon Diggs didn't kill us. He did not kill us this week, this game and whatnot. A couple in the past, Diggs had over 100 yards. He did catch a touchdown. I really thought the game should have been over. At a 7-minute mark, we had just went up and scored, kicked it back to them or whatnot. That game should have been over then. But when Buffalo, they had a lot of time. Buffalo drove down the field, and then what happened? Kendrick Bourne fumble. Mac Jones threw a almost near peak to Taron Johnson, but he dropped it or whatnot. But then on the next play, Kendrick Bourne fumbles, and that was third down, I believe. So I mean, Buffalo, they we kept them, we kept it interesting. They came back, took the lead by a few points, and we drove back, we drove right back down the field and was able to close it out. So that's good, man. It was a good way because I thought after when Bourne fumble, Buffalo scored on the Josh Allen sneak. I said, oh, here we go again. Here it go. It starts. It's going to go south again. But now we finally wrote the wrong. That's Mac Jones' first comeback when a team is scores in the 20s. I think that's what I seen. His first comeback. So that's good, man. We've had so many of these games the past couple of years. We fall short of the ultimate goal, win the game. And Mac Jones finally, I think he got that monkey off his back. And from a confidence boost, it gives a lot to Mac Jones, man. I think he played. I ain't gonna say great, but he played well enough today. He was. I'll say he played real good. I ain't gonna call it. I'm gonna give him a B+ grade. Couple bad throws I seen. The one that was in the flats for Ramondre Stevenson. That wasn't a good throw, and I seen a couple more. I seen one that could have been picked, but for the most part, Mac Jones played good. He played real good. How about the tight ends? Hunter Henry had a pretty decent day. Caught a couple passes. Mike Gesicki with the game-winning touchdown. I'm gonna get to that in a minute. But Pop Douglas played a good game today. He played very well today. I'm gonna pull up his stats. But he caught like 5 or 6 balls for almost 50, 60 yards. That's good for him. We needed that. Devontae Parker didn't see the field a lot today. So he did catch a slant. Jalen Reagor caught a couple balls. Didn't see a lot from Tyquan Thornton. Kendrick Bourne, he did have the fumble, but he played pretty good for the most part too. I think he had like 50 or 60 yards. That's all we really needed. That was all we needed from the other day. And they played good. The running game, I don't think we had over 100. We might think we did have over 100 yards in the running game, but for the most part, second half, Buffalo couldn't close down that running game. We was running on the first couple of drives. Zeke had some nice runs. I think we ran well when we needed to today. We ran very well when we needed to run well, and that's what got us the win today. It was the running game and the defense. We was getting pressure without Judon, without Uche, without Keon White. We still was able to get pressure on Buffalo. So hats off to that defensive line, man. I really we held Buffalo to 10 points in the first half. 10 points, and they did punt a couple. They did punt, and they finally. But we held Buffalo to 10 points. That is big. He'll know what I mean. That's you don't get no better than that. 25-29, like final score. That's the type of games we early in the year we lost those games to Miami. Lost that game to Philadelphia. Those are the games we lost last year. We lost a bunch of those games like that when we trail and get down, but we got down. It was late, had enough time, and I think, man, just Demario Douglas, I think it gets the game ball for the day, man. What he brings to that offense as a gadget player, as a receiver, just him, he's a slot receiver. So he's not going to play outside. He's a slot receiver. He's explosive. He brings a different dynamic to the offense that we do not have. We do not have what Demario Pop Douglas brings, and it showed today. Played very well for the Patriots today, man. That was a big game for Pop Douglas. I think he's only going to get better. We're only going to increase his workload. I think the day he played a lot because Juju Smith-Schuster was out with a concussion. His second straight game missed. Second straight game missed for Juju, and it gave up an opportunity for DeMar Pop Douglas. Because you look at in the past, he hasn't really got a lot of touches and a lot of snaps because of the wide receiver room so stacked. But when we do put him in, he plays very well. He's a legend. He's explosive, man. I like what I seen today from Pop. I mean, it ain't too much more. Boutte was inactive today. Jalen Reagor, he got elevated for. I think this is his final time that he can be elevated. Is Jalen Reagor. Devontae Parker. I would if I'm Bill and I'm the coaching staff, I'm playing the younger players, get them more playing time. See what you got. You really don't have nothing to lose this time because you've seen today the younger players with the speed and the explosiveness. They give you somewhat like a spark, and we had it. We hadn't had it in the past with Parker. No offense to Parker, but I think at this point in his career, he's not explosive. That's why Miami traded him in the division, and we played with Jalen Reagor. He caught one ball for a slant. I want to see a little more down the field going to Tyquan Thornton. Then we haven't really got him involved yet, but I think when he was out there, he was effective. Pop Douglas, I think, gets the game ball for that. He was a star. Ramondre Stevenson, I think the offensive line was really good today. Offensive line held up. So, and we moved Michael Wingu to right tackle. His first game this season, we put Michael Wingu at right tackle. And you look at the difference. I think Matt Jones was sacked once, maybe twice. I want to say he was sacked one time, but look at the big difference in the offensive line. Maybe we started City So. We went Trent Brown left tackle, Cole Strain was back, David Andrews, City So, and Michael Wingu was your right tackle. That was the adjustment we made today. And then inserting Pop Douglas to the starting lineup, getting him a lot of snaps in the slot. That's all it was. And the running game helped out. I don't think Zeke or Mondre had 100 yards combined, but I think with them running, I think Mac had a couple of scrambles, and Demar Pop Douglas, I think we did get over 100 yards. I haven't had a chance to look at the total numbers, but for the most part, it looked good. That the offense was smooth sailing, and we scored 29 points today. First time we scored 20 points all season, 20 or more points, more than 20 points to see the first time. So I think overall, big win, man, big win. Trent Brown did get hurt, but he came back for the final drive. No, really no injury. I know Anthony Jennings got hurt. I think it was a wrist, but he came back. I think there's going to be a legit conversation about Anthony Jennings after the season. I believe he's a free agent. We think we're gonna bring him back. He's good against the run, real good against the run. He can set the edge. He does the dirty work, man. He makes those plays where you're not gonna see it a lot in the snap count or in the stats, but he's always there. He sets the edge. Man, I'm a big Anthony Jennings fan, big Anthony Jennings fan and whatnot. He's not gonna get the big sack numbers like Judon, Michael Pratt. That's not his game. Maybe 4 or 5 sacks a season if he can get that. But he just seems like he's always in play, always being disruptive. I like him. He gives you a little more than what Josh Uche gives you. Uche dealing with a foot injury right now. Uche's really like a one-dimensional play. He don't really play that well against the run. Doesn't set the edge. Anthony Jennings is the opposite. He sets the edge well, but don't really not. He had a couple pressures there too. So he can get to the quarterback, but not as consistent like a Uche or Judon. So I think Anthony Jennings does a good job of playing his role very well, man. He does a real good job. I think he'd probably be a candidate for us to extend after the season or during the season. We're just excited because he does a lot of good work for us, man. I like what I think. Gotchdahl, Barmore, Guy, those guys were impressive today, getting pressure. Jelani Tavai, Matt, like the guys, Julius Pepper, not Julius Pepper, but Jabril Peppers had a real good game. Few tackles, good at solid in coverage. The interception on Josh Allen on the first play of their first drive. Like, Jabril Peppers really played good this season. Thought Miles Bryant played a solid game. He missed a few tackles, which was the problem with Cal Duggar. Missed a whole bunch of tackles today. We missed a lot of tackles today. There's a couple of times we had Allen sacked, couldn't bring him down. So it's gonna be interesting to see how we play next week against Miami. We got all week to get into that game. But for today, man, Pat says that was a good win. And also, if you're checking in right now, down at the bottom, subscribe to the channel. Follow me on IG, Twitter. Also, Cash App is down there as well. But like I said, man, it was a pretty good win today, man. A real good win. I think what we're gonna have to do probably next week is we're gonna have to find a way to get the running game a lot more involved. That's what I believe. Yeah, we're gonna have to get the running game a lot more involved next week. Give me 1 second. I think for the defense, my game ball for the defense, I'm gonna give it to Anthony Jennings and Jabril Peppers. Played real good today, man. Both on both sides of the ball. I thought they were excellent today. And coverage and everything. I think they played very well. Played their tails off for the most part. Like just like the defense entirely played good. Yeah, I know we gave up the final play we gave up those two last touchdowns on the last few drives, but I mean that's gonna happen. I ain't gonna say it's garbage time, but wasn't garbage time. But the point is, Buffalo just found a way to get it done. They found a way to get it done when they need it, and that's what happened. I mean, good win by the Buffalo Bills today on their, especially on their offensive line, because I think they did. It was a couple of plays where we could have had Josh Allen sacked. We just couldn't get it done or what. You got to realize Josh Allen's a free quarterback. He going. I ain't know the one that Miles Bryant had. He's running wide open to him. A lot of corners not gonna make that play. He's just a freaking. He's a good quarterback. He's fit. He has all the physical tools and whatnot. He's gonna make some of the best corners miss. I mean, let Trayvon Diggs, Jalen Ramsey, or Stephon, somebody like that run at him. He's gonna make them miss. He's a good quarterback. That's his game. He makes a lot of people miss. Makes a lot of people look crazy. So I don't even fault Miles Brown that play. I think Cal Duggar struggled today. A few missed tackles. I thought he could have had that interception in the end zone. That really would have sealed the game. But instead, in the standard drive, couple penalties. Jack Jones was back today. Thought he was solid. Had a nice third down stop on Stephon Diggs that made the Bills punt or kick the field goal. So I thought it was a good game by Jack Jones. But other than that, I think everybody was solid and covered. J.C. Jackson, Stephon Diggs. We seen a little bit. I think J.C. Jackson held his own for the most part. I don't know the number, but Stephon Diggs caught a couple ball. He didn't have over 100 yards. I think he had less than 60 yards. He did catch that touchdown. But if you take that touchdown away, Stephon Diggs really didn't do much. He didn't really. We did a good job double cover him, making sure he does not beat us. Because like I said, he has killed us. He has killed us lately. So man, yeah, just want to hop on tonight, a little recap of the game, man. We will be playing Miami next Sunday at 1 o'clock CBS game. So we're gonna have all week to talk about that. But hey, Sunday night football tonight. Who y'all got? I'm going with the Eagles at home against Miami. So I'm gonna take Philadelphia. I can't go with Miami, same division. I think Philadelphia wins. I think it could be a high scoring game, but I'm gonna go 27-23 Philadelphia for the night. I think I'm gonna root with the Eagles for the night, man. But yeah, just want to hop on for a little bit. Like I said, y'all gonna check in later on. Follow me on IG, YouTube, also on Twitter, and also Cash App is down. If you want to support the show, you can support. You do not have to. All support will help, though, man. I would really greatly appreciate it. But hey, man, that's gonna be it for the night. A little quick recap of the game. Look ahead next week. Same time tomorrow, about 7:30, 8 o'clock. I will be on live to talk a little bit more about this game and looking ahead to the Miami Dolphins. But hey, as I always say, man, appreciate it. Comment on the live. Make sure you subscribe. Support the show. Cash App is down there. Hey, I'm out. Appreciate it, Pats Nation.